Okay, here we are, Clarke Auction, for a preview of our August the 18th upcoming auction, also a preview of a future auctioneer. This is Ronan Clarke, my son, and he will be a future auctioneer, and he's circa 2011. With that, we're going to let him back to driving the Ferrari, and we're going to give you a quick preview of our sale. Here we have a beautiful, beautiful, pristine condition Ferrari 308 GTIS. That's 35,000 miles. Has one little dint over here. Drives beautifully. You can ask Ronan Oak, he'll tell you he's about to take a spin down into the city in it now. We have a lot of nice iron and outdoor stuff at the sale. Here's some iron urns. Here's a beautiful antique carved marble urn. You can see the head on it here. It's missing the horns, but the nice detail on it, nicely carved. Nice early one. That's Oogie beaking the horn. Over here in the background, Steve, you'll see we have four Portland cement seasonal figures. We've urns, lots of iron. With that, I'm going to bring you inside. Let Oogie stay here beeping the horn. Okay, into the main room here. Here we have, I'm going to show you first, this is one of a pair of magnificent eagle carved consoles. We're hoping that they might possibly be William Kent, sort of in the reign of George II. Could also be a guy called John Walters. Lots of names come into mind, but the quality is absolutely magnificent. Look at the detail within the feathers. There's some minor little losses and issues. This pine top was probably not on it originally, it was more than likely a marble top. The back of it, we'll just turn it around because they're sort of important for people to see. You can see the nice old iron support. So no doubt over the years stuff has been done to them, but for what they are, they're pretty impressive to have a pair, and they're in pretty wonderful condition. I think the market is going to take to them very well. Atop these, from a local estate, we have an absolutely beautiful dory and patinated pair of columnar form candelabras as lamps. Look, beautiful claw feet, but look at the quality on the bronze work. Beautiful, beautiful, great size. We have lots of mirrors in the sale right over here. Another nice size as well. This is Regency. Nice rosewood etagere with the mirror back and the brass gallery. Nice dark mirrored doors. On each side, a pair of Louis XV style bergères. Here in the sale we have it's a Steinway black lacquer Model L, nice big piano from a house in Greenwich. Moving right along here, we got pedestals from a local estate in Scarsdale. We've got a pair of these cast cement classical figures. From the Bronx, we have a very nice 18th century marble French commode. Bruce and all the rest of them are going to get through the rest of it, so we're going to quickly walk through the main room. As you can see, for August, we are absolutely loaded. We always realize that run as strong as you can every month of the year. Never drop down, and that's how we run it here. So this is not a sale that's weak for August to wait and grab you in September. This is as strong a sale as we run anytime. As you can see, we have loads and loads of mid-century. We have Chinese, we have carpets, we have mirrors, we have majolica, we've got statuary, we've got lots of 18th century tables, we've got great mid-century. Keen and all the boys will show you that. All the paintings on the wall. Look at that beautiful large size from a Scarsdale estate. Magnificent carve and paint decorated trumeau. Right here, the pair of sconces that originally were around it. You've got Parian lamps. Over here, we have lots of guitars. We have a collection of guitars, actually from a next door neighbor. We have vintage Gibsons, we've got Les Pauls, we've got Ibanez. We have a drum set. And they're all in their vintage cases, and they all seem to be in pretty good condition. Seems to be quite a lot of interest online on these. We've got magnificent, lots and lots of pairs of magnificent sconces. Sev's lighting. This is another pretty nice little French table here, beautifully bronze mounted. Signed on the lock. Can't make out the signature, of course. Over here we got a nice load of Stickley. We had some Stickley in the last sale, but we got chairs, two sideboards, beautiful round table, little Italian table there. In the back room, it's quite crowded. We're just going to give you a quick look. We caught Nan in here dozing off and hiding on us. There's inlaid furniture, there's country furniture. This is a very nice armour, sort of in the style of Linky, I would say. Also from the Scarsdale estate of quite a big celebrity. Beautiful bronze mounting on it, nice parquetry work. Beautiful bronze crest on it up there. This also comes with a headboard, all one lot with 1,000 to 15 estimate, I believe, or 15 to 25. Bear in mind, the car is $20,000 to $30,000 estimate. Moving right along, as you can see, Lots and lots of stuff, Chesterfield sofas. With that, I'm going to let Bruce, Nelia, Whitney and Keane do the rest. So I'll say goodbye and see you on the day.
Thanks, Ron. We'll start in the showcases and show you a few of the items that we have coming up in our next sale. Out of a house in White Plains is a good collection of antique and vintage sang de boeuf vases. Here's a beautiful signed Chinese vase, iron red and white, raised relief, cloisonne. Here's from a house in Purchase, a beautiful antique Chinese enamel decorated urn with cover. This brass was probably put on later, could be a little repair under there. A nice antique fishbowl here out of White Plains. A good double-handled vase here, good condition. We have loads of Chinese and Japanese items in this sale, all estate fresh. Here's one of my favorite items in the sale, a 19th century Blackamoor card receiver with a little bronze tray. That's polychrome paint with little glass eyes, original paint, a couple little scrapes, but about as good a condition as you're ever gonna find anywhere. Kind of a rare survivor. And in this showcase is a pair of French bronze-mounted urns, marble Breche Violette or some kind of marble with bronze mounts. And here's 4 Atmos clocks, always a good seller. And here a bracket clock, a turn of the century bracket clock with bells, strikes on bells, Withington movement and chimes. And here a fairly rare American white metal, I think Ansonia clock. You can see the details on our website. Steve, I said Purchase earlier. It's Pound Ridge. It's a major estate in Pound Ridge. This came out of it also. A good Chinese carved stone plaque of Buddha on an old wood stand. And for some reason they're thinking that this is cracked, but it's not cracked. It's just got a vein that goes through it. It is in fact not a crack. And here a Japanese samurai sword. Just uploaded this yesterday, not signed. Nice lacquer case, needs some work. And here a bit of a rarity, a musical, Swiss musical Black Forest whip holder, carved as a dog with a music box on the back. Got a little chip here, but they're hard to come by. And Steve, from White Plains, the majority of this cabinet is filled with Lalique. There's a little Tiffany, but most of this is all Lalique. An Erte bronze on the bottom, a single French or Russian cut glass bronze mounted urn there, a big Yadro figure of horses, and a little Dali purse, a vintage Dali purse, but mostly good quality Lalique in there. And here more Chinese. From Pound Ridge is five sang de boeuf vases, either antique or vintage. One is significantly as is, but it's a generous lot, and there's already quite a bit of interest in these. And here also from Pound Ridge is a little pair of Chinese crackle glaze censer and a similar bowl here. These have old collection numbers on them, and there is a lot of action on these 2 items as one lot. Some cloisonne. And here's a great item. It's not Chinese, it's a French copy. We have a lid for this. It's a big vintage French copy of a Chinese vase. Signed here, made in France for one of the department stores. It's sort of like Samson, but maybe 1940s, 50s, something like that. Beautiful decoration. And here's some more Chinese items out of another local estate, a pair of jade birds as bookends on gilt bronze bookend bases, and a beautiful coral figure here, antique. We have a lot of sculpture in this sale, 19th century kind of French sculpture. Here's a beautiful white marble on a red marble socle base in really terrific condition. I don't know what lot number this is yet. And out of an apartment in White Plains is this I think it's signed Chirazi out of Naples, and it's from the 20s or 30s. It's a copy of a famous sculpture in Venice, I think, or in Florence, with a plaque, an inscription plaque. And again, signed Chirazi, but really a beautiful bronze. And here an antique English satinwood cabinet, butler's, with a butler, pull-out butler's desk. Nice little ivory pulls, leather top. It's a beautiful piece of George III satinwood furniture. Brass trim here, Gothic arches on the doors. Back to Chinese. This comes with another less significant stand, but this is really one of the nicest Chinese hardwood marble top stands that we've sold, with bats and really beautiful carving on this bottom stretcher. This is a real nice example. I hope it does well. All right, in this sale we have a very good group of antique and vintage oriental rugs. This is an oversized Kerman in perfect condition, hard to come by in this size. And here's one of several Chinese rugs. Here's a Peking style carpet. And over here is one of several nickel style carpets. And here, Steve, is one of at least 3 Saruks, probably more than that. Several room-sized Saruks, kind of 8 by 10. And here's a big oversized Kashan in terrific condition. I hope this does well. Right from an estate in Long Island. And to get off carpets for a minute, although we have others, is a really great figural pair of arts and crafts, sort of 1910 griffin form andirons. One wing is off, but that's nothing. It's 2 bolts to put it back on, 2 screws with the original chain, probably iron and bronze. Really great. I'm going to end my segment here, but as Steve pans the room, you can see that we're loaded with everything from arts and crafts, original arts and crafts furniture, surely one of the Stickleys. And across the room there's lamps, chandeliers, bronzes, 19th century, 20th century, furniture. You name it, we have it. And we hope to see you on April 18th at 4 o'clock. And I'll turn it over to Nelia.
Thank you, Bruce. We have over 100 pieces of art in this sale, including 8 lots by photographer Peter Lick. This one here is called Hidden Secret, and this is actually below Central Park. This is one of the many stunning and vivid images that we have in this sale. They're all signed and dated. They come with certificates of authenticity, all from an edition of 950. So you should take a look at the website. Some of them are really spectacular. This one just here is from a triptych, also by Peter Lick. This is from the Summer Flowers collection. There are 2 others that go with this. Then up above, I want to show you, this is one of 3 lithographs by Picasso. This one here is signed down in the red. It's from, in red pencil from an edition of 1000. This comes from a house just nearby in Larchmont. From the same Larchmont home comes this oil on canvas by Nicolas Simbari. This is an early work by the artist done in 1961. It's a Naples street scene. We have an inscription on the back, and you can see it's much more muted colors, but still using the heavy impasto that the artist tends to use. This is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. This small abstract painting just up to my left came into us on a walk-in Wednesday. This is by Emil Bistrom, and it's signed and dated 1940, so it's a nice early painting by the artist. He's known for his WPA murals and also his abstract pieces. Unfortunately, this one has a tear to the upper right and to the lower left, which may deter some people, but it's a really nice little painting nonetheless. This is conservatively estimated at $600 to $900. Then I want to show you another pair that came in on a walk-in Wednesday. These 2 here. I know we're in summer, but we have some great winter scenes. These are by Francis Dixon, and they're a charming little pair of snow scenes. These are conservatively estimated as well, 600 to 900. I think they should do well above that, painted on board, and I think the colors are really strong. Before I take you into the main hall, I want to show you one piece that's coming up in our September 7th auction. This is one of 2 sculptures, hyper-realist pieces by Carol Feuerman. We also have a small baseball player in Mets gear for the Mets fans, but there are several other important pieces of art, including a William Gropper oil on canvas, a Reuben Rubens still life. We also have an Angel Botello nude, so there are some substantial pieces, so don't forget to keep a lookout for that sale as well. This work to my right came into us just last week. This is by Jacques Bousset, and it's entitled Impasse des Reines. There's a nice label on the back, inscriptions on the back of the work, and we also have a signature and date down here, dated 1959. This is a nice modernist mid-century composition with muted tones. This is estimated at 500 to 700. And just to my left from this same home as the Nicola Simbari that I showed you comes this work here. This is by Ennio Calabria. This also dated 1959, a nice modernist Italian piece done kind of in a post-impressionist style, but I love the lines in this work. This entitled Fumatore, the smoker. And we've got a nice inscription on the back of this as well, estimated at 600 to 900. I mentioned one Picasso etching. This here is another one. This is actually after Picasso, and it's etched and aquatint by Jacques Vian. And we do have a signature down there. We have an inscription here. You can see the plate marks here. Colors are nice, bright, vivid. Unfortunately not framed. Should be properly framed in an archival sleeve. This is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. And next I want to show you another etching from the same location. And this here is a very rare Dali etching, also with aquatint. And this is Icarus, or the Fall of Icarus. We see Icarus here plummeting to Earth. And we've got a nice big inscription signature down here, dated 1963. This is from an edition of 150, I believe, estimated at 600 to 900. And just before I move on, I want you to see just behind me, this is another one of the Peter Licks. So you can see just how wonderful the colors are in these pieces. They're really, really very vivid and attractive. There are 2 old master paintings in this sale that both come out of Manhattan Estate. This one here is the Baptism of Christ, and it's quite old. It could be 18th or 17th, even earlier. It's been lined, so we're not quite sure. We haven't examined the back of the canvas, but it's got nice details, nice quality, and very, very good age. This is estimated at 600 to 900. And then just behind it, we have a work that's attributed to Francesco Zuccarelli. We have a plaque down here that says Zuccarelli with his dates, which are basically through the 18th century. We've got the family here with the baby beside the river. This is very much in the style of Zuccarelli. We can't say for sure. We will let the buyer decide. If it is, it would have substantial value, but this we have estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. We have a large number of mid-century modern paintings in this sale, including this work here. This is by Christopher Caillard, and this is a French artist. This is estimated at 600 to 900. Nice big modernist still life. We have several others in this vein that all come from a local White Plains, New York estate. And then the last work I want to show you, we're taking it back to the 19th century again. This work comes out of the same Clifton, New Jersey home as the Adrienne Desmonts that we sold several sales ago for over $20,000. This was attributed to William Coke. We see here we have a plaque down on the frame with a title. This is Mother and Child at Kynance Cove Beach in Cornwall. And it is monogrammed and dated 1884 down here in the corner. We don't believe it is William Coke. We see, nothing of this manner, but it may very well be one of the relatives. But it is a very nice antique painting. There's a lending label on the back. So we hope that someone will take the time to decipher this and work this out. A nice big photo of the monogram on our website. This is offered with a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate. So that's a small taste of what we have as far as art goes in this August sale. Here's Keen with the Mid-Century Modern. Thank you.
Okay, thanks Nelia. It's going to be another hot August with some great mid-century. We are nonstop here at Clarke, and I'll start right here with this gorgeous Frank Gehry for Knoll power play chair. This is a beautiful example in great condition, woven in bent wood. Great markings on the bottom. signed and dated 1992. So a later model, but also a very nice example of Gary's work. I'll move right along with another one of my featured pieces in the sale is an Eileen Gray daybed. I like this piece just because it is so minimalist. I think that's the way that things are trending these days. A nice leather cushion, sleek chrome lines, a very simple piece, but I think it's also very elegant and works with a variety of design schemes. So decorators take note. Right in the middle here, another chrome smoked glass top, some scratches on the glass, another Knoll piece by Tobias Scarpa, the Andre coffee table. We do have on either side of these and behind you a set of 4 Patrician Company Milo Bauman style chairs. You see 2 with the cushions, 2 without. They need to be reupholstered anyway, so the cushions shouldn't be a big deal. The great thing about these is they come from the same town that Thayer Cogden's manufacturing company was located in, so they are somewhat of a novelty. They aren't Milo Bauman, but they're almost identical to one Thayer Cogden made for Milo Bauman, which is a nice little historical tidbit. Here we have more recognizable design. These are a set of 6 executive chairs for Herman Miller. Great chairs, a great upholstery on these. The nice neutral gray is something that's very hot these days, so not much work has to be done to these, if any at all. So a nice find here. In the middle here, another one of these Danish, beautiful rosewood and black topped T-cards, bar cards. It has a nice interior. You can see all rosewood veneer here. Great condition. The wheels are great. Transports very easily. Another piece here is a set of Warren Plattner, possibly Warren Plattner, dining table and 6 chairs. These chairs, the cushions have great age. There is a powder coat on the wire frames of these, great marble top, and powder coated matching wire frame to the base of this. Highly recognizable, but unmarked, so buyer beware. These here, more George Nelson for Herman Miller. Super simple. One of the great designs of Herman Miller is their minimalist and simplicity of design. Another piece here in the middle, just because we have a slight slant on the floor, we have this rubber band here, but this is a great Norwegian, super, super clean. I mean, this is just immaculate condition on this cabinet. It could be a dresser, it could be writer's cabinet, whatever you want to do with that is perfect. Moving along, we have a set of 6 of these William Catavalos Little and Kelly design chairs for Laverne. These ones have possibly had the tan leather redone on them because they do have an extra lining for support there. You can see that these are 2 pieces of fabric, but the black welded frames are in great condition. Like I said, a set of 6 of these. Most of them are good. There's one with a slight rip, but it is reinforced, so possibly you could keep that. In the middle here we have, again, a bunch of Albano furniture, nice Italian maker. Clean lines on this, brass inlaid, brass floral finials on each one of these pieces. And the grain on these pieces are nice and light, airy, nice beautiful pieces here. You can see they all have a unique aspect to them. Brass accents on the top of this. Seashell pulls on these drawers. Nice woven brass pulls on those. These are all very highly thought of when designed, and I think just great pieces. And we have several lots of them, as you can see on the website. Over here is my not so sleeper pick, but one of my favorites that hasn't been getting much attention so far. A pair of Edmund Spence blonde wood chests. These chests are grade 4 drawer. They have a optical illusion of a woven front here, but they're really just a serpentine kind of drawer front. A beautiful, beautiful piece. There's a pair of them, which is nice to find. A little bit of rough condition on the top, just minor scratches, but I think that nice waxing and finishing will do these pieces justice. Over in the middle here we have some more examples of lighting and design. These are unsigned, but obviously Cedric Hartman adjustable floor lamps. We have two of the ones with a brass globe shade and two with the chrome flat shade. Nice lucite or acrylic knobs there. Each are adjustable and very nice, great weight to them. Nice, clean, later examples. In the middle here is another one of my favorite pieces. This is more contemporary, 90s, I would say mid-90s, custom made, a zebra wood veneer, and a nice, thick, flat bar chrome base. This is a great coffee table. Has brass clips, nice lucite all around. These brass clips are actually adjustable. They come out, fit right back in there. They can be adjusted. This lucite centerpiece can be taken out. Nice, unique design here. Another unique design which you see sometimes is a John Stewart, a Peter Havitt for John Stewart daybed or sofa. It has a nice, for some reason I think it's a very beachy design. I'm not sure where I'm getting that from, but it's, in my opinion, a nice airy, light design. This has a nice skinny legs, the tapered legs. That gives us a very floaty feel to the couch, very lightweight. These pieces here are two unidentified, but in my opinion, very nice mid-century chairs. Could possibly be Italian, maybe American, but you can see the subtle details of the curvature of the legs and the angles of the back just make it a very typical mid-century design and very clean lines, which could really be a variety of Danish or Italian designers, but they are some of my favorite chairs, just very nice, and they could go for a steal. Speaking of identified, these are recognizable and identified Philip and Kelvin Laverne. You can see signature there. Slightly rougher shape than the ones we've seen before, but no dents, no dings. Needs a slight cleaning, but there's a pair of these which should do very well. Nice classical figural scenes on the top. And they came out of the same estate as this Chan table from Laverne. You can see that there is some slight discoloration on the top of that. Slight bleaching, but the base, they just need some cleaning. I didn't want to go too crazy on the cleaning as to take off any silvering or any finish that they might have put on it independently, but it's up to the buyer and their responsibility to make this look as good as new. But I think it's a great table, Chan table by Laverne, high quality. Okay, so I'll end off here with some items that we've been seeing more and more of, kind of the category of mid-century design. This is a fantastic piece. It's just taped on the top because the lid does come off. We don't need anyone breaking it before the sale. It's a Gamboni figural vase, signed Gamboni, Italy. It is a fantastic piece, great color, great example of mid-century design. And that will be right in front of this, another famous potter and mid-century designer, Claude Conover. This is a huge piece, almost 18 inches high, approximately 17 inches in diameter. We've had smaller pieces by him do very well. This is one of the better pieces I've seen from him and has a great unique look to it. The great stamping and the quality of manufacture on this is just typical Conover, very nice, very collectible. Some other pieces that just give you an example of some of the other pieces that we have. A pair of these solid lucite obelisks. Just very simple, very classical design in a non-classical contemporary material that really blends together two sets of architectural ideas, aesthetic ideas, and time periods. These are great for designers and people who have a little DIY in them. It's a set of 3 Murano glass lamp bases. One is mounted. We have a pair of these actually. One of these is, as you see it, kind of undone and ready to be mounted as a lamp again. The other one is already mounted as a lamp, and they will come together with this piece, which is in the same design of glass and obviously mounted as a lamp. So a good chance to make these pieces your own, put a twist of contemporary on mid-century, but great pieces. Murano is obviously a high quality glass. These have great designs, a nice bluish tint to the background of these. So those are just some of the pieces. I urge you to take a look at the catalog and see the full extent. We have another great sale coming up August 18th, and I'll shoot you to Whitney for the silver and jewelry. Thank you.
Thank you, Keenan. I'd like to present you with a selection of sterling silver for our August 18th auction. Beginning here with a lot of Judaica. This is a sterling silver multi-tier Seder plate warmer, and it is signed by the company Masoret. Nice sterling silver piece in this auction. Following this piece of Judaica by this English late 19th century enamel decorated casket box. It is a beautiful sterling silver piece out of London by the company William Commons and Sons. It is decorated with these beautiful enamel plaques of women on 4 sides of the piece here. It is sterling silver with a date letter of 1898. And an interesting collection of wedding or wager cups in this auction. We have over 25 of them out of a White Plains estate, starting with this very large and impressive piece here. It is a woman with upraised arms, the nice pivoting cup here, with repoussé decoration to her bell skirt, and a beautiful north wind mask on the back here. The largest in this collection, estimated at 2,000 to 3,000. There are various other sizes, a nice gilded wager cup here, with a shell-formed skirt and cup. 2 smaller pieces, this one with nice grape leaf design to its upraised arms. And an interesting little figure here. This is it with 2 other wager cups in a lot. And 2 very unusual pieces in this sale. We do have this antique Dutch wager cup depicting a little cottage or windmill, and it does have movable clock arms on the gable of this little cottage with an applied staircase with a man walking up it. A very interesting piece in this auction. The second piece here is also Dutch with a date letter of 1894, so it's late 19th century. It does have a sort of cage in the center here with a stylized fish extending up to this pivoting cup. Very interesting pieces in this auction. Moving on to an 800 silver Lowenthal tea set. It does have a coffee pot, teapot, sugar and creamer, and the tray is sterling silver. And here we have 2 Chinese silver pieces in this auction, both with dragon decoration to these 2 cups. And here's a tortoiseshell box with applied silver decoration. A beautiful piece in this auction, in very good condition. And last but not least, out of a White Plains estate, we do have this Franklin Mint collection of 60 coins, all depicting different scenes of the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, called The Genius of Michelangelo. A nice piece in this set. And in this showcase, I'd just like to touch briefly on some of the flatware sets that we have in this auction. This is one of 2 Wallace Grand Baroque flatware sets for $12 in this auction. We also have 2 Tiffany flatware sets in this auction. One is English King and the other is Wave Edge. Those are the 2 patterns. And a very large grouping in this auction is this International Royal Danish silver set. So it's mostly a grouping for 24. And there's also miscellaneous Tiffany. We have a nice footed Czechoslovakian box here, which is lotted with this other silver plate box. We have Kiddush cups, we have Russian, we have a lot of great silver in this auction, and we hope to see you at our sale on August 18th. Thank you.